Asia, what do you think's been the best part of this particular WNBA season thus far?
The energy. I feel like the energy is good. It's a good vibe. It's a good feel.
That energy Aja Wilson mentioned has a lot to do with Clark. Even without naming names, Wilson felt the impact, and how could she not? In the last game between the Fever and Aces, more than 20,000 people packed the T-Mobile Arena, the largest crowd in Aces franchise history. It was simply historic. The T-Mobile Arena was full. This isn't just the arena's record, it's the 5th largest crowd in WNBA history since 1995, and Caitlin Clark is largely responsible for that. Clark might not have had her best scoring night, but her impact goes far beyond the numbers. She finished the game with 13 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. What's really impressing the entire league is how Clark attracts crowds. She's making people interested in the WNBA like never before. No wonder Aja Wilson talked about the league's energy. Clark is raising the level of interest and excitement, and there's more. During the game, Clark took a hard fall, but you know what happened? Jackie Young of the Aces showed an incredible gesture of class. She untied her own shoe to give Clark time to get up and waited until she was ready to continue. This shows the respect Clark has already earned among her peers. Clark may be a rookie, but she's already changing the game. She's bringing new fans, increasing the league's visibility, and raising the level of competition. And the season is far from over. Imagine what else she can do. And you know what's going to be even more exciting? The WNBA All-Star Game. Folks, Caitlin Clark wasn't just selected, she dominated the voting. Over 700,000 votes, people. That's more than any other player in the league. Impressive for a rookie, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Clark won't be alone representing the Indiana Fever. Her teammates Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston were also selected. It's the first time since 2007 that the Fever has 3 All-Stars. Let's talk a bit about Clark's numbers this season. She's averaging 16.2 points and 6.9 assists per game. This puts her first among rookies in these categories. But that's not all. Clark is 3rd in assists and 16th in scoring among all players in the league. Not bad for someone who just arrived, right? Clark's impact goes beyond statistics. She's changing the way people see the WNBA. More fans are watching the games. More people are talking about women's basketball. Clark isn't just an incredible player. She's a true ambassador for the sport. And you know what's even cooler? Clark is doing all this with humility and hard work. She keeps improving with each game, learning from challenges, and inspiring a new generation of players. That's why we're so excited to see what she'll do in the All-Star Game. You know what else is getting everyone excited? Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will play together in the All-Star Game. That's right, the 2 biggest rivals in college basketball will be side by side. Remember the 2023 National Championship game? Clark and Reese put on a show on opposite sides of the court. Now, they'll join forces. It's a unique opportunity to see 2 of the most talented players of the new generation working together. Reese has also had an amazing season. She's leading the league in rebounds and recently broke the record for most consecutive games with a double-double. Imagine the potential when she and Clark are on the same team. Clark has a special talent for creating plays. Her assists are precise, and she has exceptional court vision. Now, imagine those assists reaching Reese, who is a force on the boards. He is. The combination of these 2 could be explosive against Team USA. What makes this even more special is seeing how Clark has evolved since college. She's proving her worth in the WNBA, showing that the hype around her was justified. Seeing this rising star play in the All-Star Game is a gift for basketball fans. And let's not forget that this is just the beginning for Clark in the WNBA. She has an entire career ahead of her. It's impressive to see how she's transforming the league in her rookie season. First, the numbers don't lie. Clark is drawing record crowds to the games. The game against the Las Vegas Aces was not an isolated case. Wherever the Indiana Fever goes, the arenas are packed. We saw this against the Seattle Storm and the Phoenix Mercury as well. But it's not just about the attendance numbers. Clark is changing how people view women's basketball. She's bringing new fans to the sport, people who might never have watched a WNBA game before. Clark is also proving she can compete at the highest level. She's showing that the transition from college basketball to professional can be smooth with talent and hard work. But she also has challenges with the Fever. The game against the Aces showed there's still work to be done. The Fever lost 88-69, but the score doesn't tell the whole story. As Clark mentioned in the post-game interview, the team fought well in the first 3 quarters. They held the Aces to 65 points until the start of the 4th period, which is impressive against the reigning champions. Clark acknowledged that the team needs to improve in some areas. The shooting percentages weren't the best, and they need to hit more free throws. These are areas that can be improved with practice and experience. A positive point Clark highlighted was the team's defense. Even when the shots weren't falling, the Fever didn't let it affect their defensive performance. This shows maturity and resilience, especially for a young team. Clark also talked about the need to keep fighting, even when things get tough. She understands that playing against teams like the Aces, the reigning champions, is a challenge, but also a learning opportunity. The addition of Katie Lou Samuelson to the starting lineup is another interesting change. Clark mentioned that Samuelson brings another shooting threat and helps spread the floor. This can create more space for Clark to operate and distribute the game. Despite the challenges, the future looks bright for the Fever. With 3 All-Stars on the team, Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston, they have a solid core to build on. Clark is excited about the team's future, and so are we. This season is about growth and development for Clark and the Fever. Every game is an opportunity to learn and improve. And with the talent and work ethic Clark demonstrates, there's no doubt that she and the Fever will continue to evolve and surprise everyone in the WNBA. The season still has many games ahead, and things are getting more intense. Caitlin Clark has already shown what she's capable of, but does she have more surprises in store? She's already among the league leaders in assists, but how far can she go? Will we see Clark breaking more rookie records before the season ends? And what about the Indiana Fever? They have 3 All-Stars on the team, but are still fighting to establish themselves among the best in the league. Will Clark, Mitchell, and Boston be able to lead the Fever to the playoffs? This is a question we're all eager to see answered. The All-Star game is coming up, and all eyes will be on Clark. How will she fare playing alongside the league's best? And that partnership with Angel Reese, it could be the start of something special. But perhaps the biggest question is, what will be Caitlin Clark's long-term impact on the WNBA? She's already drawing record crowds and increasing interest in the league, but can she help elevate the WNBA to a new level of popularity? The pressure is mounting, the expectations are high, and every game counts. Clark is at the center of all this. How will she handle this pressure? How will she continue to evolve and adapt as opposing teams study her more? It's exciting, it's tense, and that's why we can't take our eyes off Caitlin Clark and the WNBA this season. Every game is an opportunity for something extraordinary to happen. It's incredible to see the impact she's having on the league in such a short time. She's not just a talented player, she's a transformative force. Clark is redefining what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. She's not just adapting to the professional game, she's dominating. Her points and assists averages place her among the league's best, not just among the rookies. But Clark's legacy goes beyond statistics. She's inspiring a new generation of fans and players. The arenas are packed, media coverage is increasing, and more people are talking about women's basketball than ever before. The future of the WNBA looks brighter with Clark in it. She brings a unique combination of skill, charisma, and work ethic that elevates everyone around her. Her teammates are playing better, the league is gaining more attention, and the level of play is rising. And the best part? This is just the beginning. Clark is in her first season with an entire career ahead of her. Imagine what she can achieve in the coming years. As basketball fans, we're lucky to witness the start of what promises to be a legendary career. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's changing the game. So subscribe to the channel, leave your comment, and stay tuned, because with Caitlin Clark in the league, every game is an opportunity to see something extraordinary.